Hey, welcome back to my channel. Expat Rebel Chris here, and today we had our coconut tree, palm tree trimmers in today to get rid of all the coconuts. So after about 6 months, we learned we need to have them trimmed away because they do fall down and can potentially hit you in the head, land in the pool behind me, and various things that happen. We have one, in fact, right over our hot tub that was looking ominous, and so they trimmed them. See, look at that. And that one, you don't see a single coconut anymore. Now, these over the pool, we had them go over especially thoroughly. And even this little guy here, this guy I could trim myself. I do have a tool that allows me to trim it without having to climb a tree. But these tall ones, they have a guy, it's a team of people, it's 5 people that show up. And it's a family, actually, Mayan, who live somewhere nearby. And we've had them come out before. They do an excellent job. Really happy with them. And they clean up afterwards and they really go for it. Now, today it was interesting in that we had 2 rats, mice, probably, they were pretty small, that came out of this island tree here. Now, one of them actually fell into the pool. I didn't get any video of them, and we had to scoop them up and release them over here so that he can go up another tree and live out his life. And then a bigger one fell down and wound up over behind some dirt we haven't used yet, and then ran off and went to our next door neighbor's place and went up one of their trees. That's where they live, at the top of these palm trees. So we had that happen, but they got rid of so many coconuts. Now, some of them we actually kept. We have a lot of coconuts. We were almost like a farm here. 17 palm trees. It's quite a few. And probably over hundreds coconuts, probably more than that, actually. And we had them crack open a couple and pour the coconut water into a big pitcher. So we got that to add to drinks, or just drink it straight. It's great. It's to eat and to drink. But the coconut meat, there's 2 different types of coconuts we've noticed here. You got and here's some of them. You got these green ones and you got the yellow ones. Now, we've been told the yellow ones are tastier, and these are only some of them. We told them to leave us, this is a very small portion of all of them, because we wanted to, cut some of these up. We have a machete and we could do that. We had them since they were here, and they're very handy. We had them cut some of these up, give us the coconut water from it, and a big, huge pitcher, and some of the coconut meat. Now, some tips if you're doing this here in Mexico, or almost anywhere really that you have coconuts producing palm trees on your property, is to ask for the hard meat ones up front. They actually here, the local Mexicans don't really like the hard meat ones. I do. They like this, what I call slimy. They stick chili on it and things like that. And I've had it, and it's actually quite good, but I like the hard, chewy ones as a snack. And they don't. So they actually threw some of those away before we told them that. So we want to make sure we tell them up front, keep some of those, the really good ones for us, because that's what we like. And you can get rid of all the other ones. I'm sure they take some themselves, and then some they go into nearby landfill. So we got that going. Hey, we also got a bun zapper. So we're testing that out. It's been doing really well for us. We're going to get some more. Really haven't had any problems with bugs until lately. We have. So I'm going to share that in a future video. These guys cleaned up after themselves. They actually skimmed my pool pretty decently. There's Rosa, our little mascot, making a showing. And that was nice. And also the palm trees over the pool, they made sure that the coconuts didn't fall right onto our stonework or our concrete, because we don't want to damage it. They would tie them before cutting them off, so that they could gently lower it. Now, the other places where there was just sand underneath, they just went for it and they fell. You heard coconuts falling all day long. And so that's it on getting the trees trimmed. It's something we think we're going to have to do every 6 months. So far, that's what we're seeing ourselves. If they do all of them in one go, then every 6 months. We've had some people come over and offer to do it for actually, and I think the first time we did that, and they were pretty good. We were just moved in, and the trees were overloaded with coconuts, and so quite honestly, they had a lot of them, and they did a pretty good job. And they do it for free because they take the coconuts, the good ones, and sell them to places that do cocoa frios and elsewhere. So they make money from the crop, ours. But we've gotten 2 or 3 of those guys' WhatsApp numbers, and we can't get them to schedule to come. So they just knock on your door. So if that happens, let them in, and you'll get some. You won't have to pay. They'll take the coconuts as payment. But a professional place that can schedule an appointment and come on time and do a really thoroughly great job, very professional and everything, does cost some money to get it, because this is an all-day feat, and there was 5 of them here. Only one of them climbed the trees, the smallest one, and the rest of them were all just clean up around him and getting all the coconuts and the branches. They cut some branches for us. One of the palm trees, the branches start to turn yellow, and that's a sign that they're dying. So this particular tree had that. A bunch of them. One came right down here, actually. And so they cut those. But as you can tell from the trees that are left, they're all real nice green, full branches. And you got to remember, on palm trees, once you cut a branch off here, it never grows back. It keeps going up forever. And so you want to trim them before they become a hazard, but don't over trim them, because it actually stimulates them to grow faster. So you want a nice margin of be safe, because of coconuts not following on you. And that trimming is so often that they just grow like crazy. These palm trees will keep growing tall. And so you got to keep that in check a bit. And even our coconut guy said every 6 months to maybe even a year. We'll see after this. Definitely 6 months is a good shot, but maybe we can get some good usage. And since he did a thorough job of really trimming it, he did all the trees this time. Last time he came, it was about 6 months ago, there was only some of them. This time he did them all. So we'll see. It could be up to a year. That's it for now here in Yucatan, Mexico. Thank you for joining me. If you're interested in more like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. If you got a question, especially about coconut trees, we have 17 or 18 of them on our property, so we're pretty knowledgeable about them. And if you're interested in a weekly newsletter, go over to expatrebel.com and sign up for that. It comes out once a week. And what's great news for expats, becoming an expat and being an expat. Here's to you. This is Expat Rebel Chris coming from Yucatan, Mexico. Everybody have a fantastic day. See you guys next time. Bye.
Today we got guys here cutting our coconut trees, and they just brought us each a cocoa with filled with coconut water. I know I dumped it over. So we're gonna pour it into a bowl and drink it. Cheers.